Today we have Yank Barry, Philanthropist, who has been helping the world, and we're going to be able to see and talk to him about what he's doing now. Because the last time I spoke to him or interviewed him was in Manila, Philippines, when he was helping typhoon victims. So Yank, thank you very much for being back in the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've just heard you've reached 1 billion meals all over the world after 20 years.
21 years.
21 years.
Myself, my wife Yvette, and the greatest, Muhammad Ali, with a bunch of help from other Global Village champions. And also we have a lot of Global Village corporate and philanthropic sponsors who contributed to the billion meals.
Wow.
And we hit it last year in 2015 in right here in Phoenix at St. Vincent de Paul, where we've had a Christmas in January every year. And we hit the 1 billion meals there. It was a nice feeling.
Before becoming a very successful businessman, you were a musician, and then you did some jingles that I remember when I was a kid growing up, which was the Raisin Bran. You wrote that, right?
Two scoops of raisin, Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
I grew up to that song. Do you want to get back into doing some jingles and music?
No, I might want to get back into the remake of Let My People Come, the Broadway show that I did in 1979. Maybe record some more. We'll see. Oh, God's come a long way from Louie Louie.
I know.
I really don't want the day I die for them to say, the guy who sang Louie Louie today died. I'd rather them say Nobel Peace Prize winner, or the man who helped feed 1 billion people, save this many refugees. It's a lot more important, much more important than 2 scoops.
You've been honored with so many awards already that I can't even keep count.
3 nominations for Nobel, haven't won it, but 3 nominations. The Leaders Award in Kuala Lumpur.
A U.S. Congress also gave you...
Yeah. The flag that was flown that day over the U.S. Congress was given to me and named the Yank Barry Day. The Gusi Peace Prize.
The Gusi Peace Prize?
In the Philippines, which is like the Asian Nobel. The Child Help Award, Red Cross Award, and then tonight, the Muhammad Ali. And last year being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. The first humanitarian. So whatever we do, I have to know that we're funding, because if you don't make the money, you can't succeed in accomplishing your goals. You have to have a successful business if you're not going to run a charity. Global Village Champions Foundation is a foundation. It was never set up to solicit funds, to go out and do fundraisers. That wasn't what it was for. It was to get a group of champions, of celebrities, actors, athletes, politicians, kings, which we have 2 kings, presidents.
Give us some of the names of the champs. I know you have Evander Holyfield, Manny Pacquiao.
Well, Manny, as you know, is our Asian Goodwill Ambassador.
Right.
Obviously Muhammad, Michael Jordan, Celine Dion, Bo Derek, Sean Connery, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. We have so many champions.
You're one of these men out there that's very inspiring. You've helped so many people give jobs, and you've also done a lot of charity work. You also are helping refugees.
We started when no one knew how to spell the name ISIS. We knew about them. And the Syrian refugees had started coming into Bulgaria. And this is before the big mass exodus where they started going into Europe and brought in thousands and thousands of refugees. The fathers being decapitated who refused to bringing refugees out of Syria, Christian refugees out of Syria, and bringing them into Bulgaria with the help of the Bulgarian government.
So Yank, how did you hear about the Benghazi 6?
As you know, Ace, there were 5 Bulgarian nurses and a Palestinian doctor who were convicted to death for allegedly spreading AIDS in Libya. I was in Libya for other reasons. At that time, the American embassy was 4 floors at the Corinthia Hotel, which was the only 5-star hotel, and I'm staying at that hotel. Well, the U.S. ambassador was there and other people from the embassy discussing the Benghazi 6, and I'm going, who are the Benghazi 6? They were all talking about the fact that this was not possible, that 5 nurses and a doctor would not spread AIDS, and you can't. Anyways, I had an idea that I would go see Gaddafi. You don't get to see Gaddafi so easily. But I got to his people and said, I have a gift from Muhammad Ali. I knew Gaddafi loved Ali, like everybody loves Ali. I called my office in London, Kim Veit, who was Muhammad's executive assistant. I said, can you send me a pair of autographed gloves? They sent me a pair of autographed gloves. I had the gloves. I just added to leader, in printing. Gaddafi loved to be called leader. And the gloves got me in to see Gaddafi. I went back 6 more times, was able to visit the prison, was able to meet Dravko, who was there's really the Benghazi 7. He's the husband of Christiana, one of the nurses, a doctor, a pediatrician, There was a female prison and a male prison, who was never convicted but was detained for 2 years and treated really, really badly. They released him and tried to send him home, and he refused to go home until his wife would be released, and spent another 5 years there. Great story. Became friends with him. The last time that I saw Gaddafi, I said, I'm a Canadian Jew begging you for the life of a Palestinian and 5 Bulgarian nurses who are innocent. Try and do the right thing. And he did. I was invited to Bulgaria to be honored, and people asked me, why did you help these 6 people? 2 of my cousins escaped the camps and were saved in Bulgaria. And I figured this is my way of paying back. And it's come full circle now with the Syrian refugees.
Then you were dubbed as the Jewish Schindler, right?
Yes. What happened was, as you probably saw the movie Schindler's List,
Yeah.
Oskar Schindler was 1,400 Jews in World War II from the camps. Schindler, and then CNN and all of the other networks started dubbing me the Jewish Schindler because we had surpassed Oskar Schindler. And it's a true honor. But we saved over 1,800 Christians and Muslims who were probably going to be killed by ISIS.
Now, you're a man that accomplished so much, as far as charity work, and even as a strong businessman with VitaPro and ProPectin that you turned into a billion-dollar company. What is next for you, Yank?
Looking for new challenges, not in the for-profit world. I'll probably retire, if my wife said if that ever works, but I'll probably try and semi-retire sometime next year. There's a lot of bids in to buy VitaPro right now, and ProPectin, which VitaPro owns. So.
Well, I really congratulate you, Yank, for making a difference in the world. You've saved so many people, you've helped so many people, and we just need more people like you. And you really deserve to have the Nobel Peace Prize.
Thank you, Ace.
Thank you again for being here on the show, and we're very honored.
My pleasure.